So there's this common walk up in music, gospel music precisely, from the 3 to the 6, then from the 6 to the 2. Right, I know you've heard that over and over and over again. For instance, I'm playing a song like Amazing Grace. I once was lost, but now am found. So to take me to the 6, from that 3 right there, I can do was blind. So I can do something like that. And how am I creating this? Like, I'm going to break it down for you. Okay. And I'm also going to give you another alternative way of playing it without involving the diminished seventh chords, because the diminished seventh chords are the main theme for these set of chords that I'm playing here. So what is the diminished seventh chord? Let me just define it for you before we get started. So a diminished seventh chord is basically a 4-note chord that consists of intervals of minor thirds. Okay, that's a whole and half step. If you look at C and E flat, the interval is actually a minor third interval. That's a whole and half step, and I keep stacking minor thirds on each other. That's you know, E flats to the G flat, then G flat to the A. I got a 4-note chord right now, so that completes it as a C diminished seventh chord. And it's good to practice this. I mean, also the inversions as well, you know, things like that. Very good to practice. And one funny thing about it is it's grouped into 3. I mean, once you can practice just one of each, I mean one of each of the group of the diminished seventh chords, you're already good to go playing all diminished seventh chord, possible diminished seventh chords that you have on the keyboard. All right, but that's not what we're talking about. We're just laying down a foundation. That's basically what we're doing. So from 3 to the 6, that's the walk up. So how did I do that? Remember on the key of C, so I played an E major triad, okay, on the 3. Normally the 3 has to be an E minor, but we're doing a major in this case. So that's an E major triad, second inversion over the root. That's the E. And it's very crucial or essential to play those notes before playing that E. It's very important. Yeah, you miss it, you've missed everything. Then the next chord right there is a G flat diminished seventh chord. I warned you, it's actually going to be a paparazzi of diminished seventh chords. So we have the G flat diminished seventh chord. However, the right hand does the C diminished seventh chord, which is still the same thing as the G flat diminished seventh chord because it's an inversion of it. So just inversion. So on the left hand we have the G flat. Then we go to the next one. So the next one is the A flat diminished seventh chord. The right hand plays the D diminished seventh chord, which is still an inversion of the A flat diminished seventh chord. So we simply play a D diminished seventh chord over the A flat on the bass. So then that takes us to the 6. So you can play any variation of the 6 you want to play, but I'm just keeping it simple. This is an A minor triad, okay, and that's the first inversion. Oh, sorry, second inversion of the A flat, A minor triad rather. So then we didn't stop there. We did this, and that takes us from the 6 to the 2, right? So how am I doing that? I played an A major triad, second inversion over the A on the bass. Then I went further to the B diminished seventh chord. However, I'm playing an F diminished seventh chord, which is still an inversion of the B diminished seventh chord, right? Then the next one is a D flat diminished seventh chord. right hand plays the G diminished 7th chord, still an inversion of the D flat diminished 7th chord, and that takes us to the 2. That's the D minor. So all together, let me take it again. Right. So that's the World Cup simplified. Well, I don't think there's enough time for me to do the other variation of it that I want, because I just want to keep the limits to 5 minutes, and it's past 5 already. So what I'm going to do is this. In the next video, I'm going to give you a basic version that even sounds a whole lot different than this, but it's still the World Cup and it will still serve the same purpose. So thank you everybody, and let me know if you need part 2 of this. God bless you.